Main man, made man here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. So it's fight week. It is fight week, ladies and gentlemen, in which we'll have Errol Spence Jr. take on his IBF mandatory and Carlos Ocampo. I'm expecting Errol Spence Jr. to destroy Carlos Ocampo. I've looked up enough footage on Ocampo to know that, he poses no threat, in my opinion, to Errol Spence Jr. The guy's a soft puncher. The guy does not have the heart of a lion. He fights a lot going backwards. And, he can easily be outboxed, as well as, Errol Spence's power level is just levels above Carlos Ocampo. So I'm not expecting Ocampo, honestly, to have much success in this fight. If he does, I'll be very surprised. And that's just being honest. But it's fight week, so we're going to see a lot of vids about Errol Spence Jr. We all know the typical talking lines, we want to see him fight the best. Everyone's ducking him. He's the boogeyman of the division. And all of that still remains. You know what I mean? Ain't none of that changed. I still do agree that these other welterweights needs to get into the ring with Errol Spence Jr. I think before Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford is even mentioned together, Errol Spence Jr. needs to do the things that he's always been wanting to do for years, and that is fight Keith Thurman or either Danny Garcia, man. The man has been calling their names from every rooftop, any camera that would listen. So, look, give the man what he wants. I mean, he's been asking for these fights. On top of that, he deserves these fights. Now, we can have that conversation about how he could have had these fights a long time ago. I've already done videos about that. And I know to the disappointment of the Errol Spence Jr. fans, I'm going to let y'all know, man, sometime this week, I will be touching on the Errol Spence PED suspicion. You know what I'm saying? Or the reason that Errol Spence Jr. ducked the WBC Clean Boxer program. Now, I'm going to say this, though, at the top, man. A lot of people out here are misrepresenting that issue. They are saying it wrong. They're asking the wrong questions. It's sad because a lot of people has failed to do their research on this issue, and they try to use it as a reason to get at Errol Spence Jr., you know what I mean? Or try to make him look bad. When I raise the concern or the suspicion, it's not to make Errol Spence Jr. look bad. It's just to answer a question. And a lot of folks who do use it, they use it as a wedge, and it ain't right. And you misrepresenting it. I'm seeing reporters and people go on camera. I've just seen recently Derek James was asked about it. And they were like, why is it Errol Spence Jr. enrolling into the WBC Clean Boxing program here in 2018? And it's an easy answer to come back and say, well, he's not with the WBC. That's not my area of concern. I do not believe today that Errol Spence Jr. should be enrolled in the WBC Clean Boxer program. I'll go more in depth about it. I will tell the story the right way, and y'all reach your own conclusions. My point of suspicion is not this year or even last year. It's in 2016. So if y'all going to talk about that issue, because some of y'all, like I said, y'all got ill intentions behind it. Talk about it factually and stop misrepresenting it. Because when I bring it up, or when other guys who have researched this thing bring it up, it makes us look bad because y'all asking the wrong questions and y'all putting it the wrong way, in my opinion. But once again, Errol Spence Jr., a dynamic fighter, he's going to destroy Carlos Ocampo. He states that he was told that he'll get Danny Garcia and Sean Porter's winner, hopefully next. You know what I mean? We all keeping our fingers crossed on that because Errol Spence Jr. is right, man. He got to clean up his side of the street, and he's with the people that can make that happen. Al Heyman can make these fights happen. He's with Showtime. They can make these fights happen. So there ain't no excuses, man. Ain't no excuses whatsoever. These fighters just need to get in there with Errol Spence. They've been very reluctant. It's a shame, but we got to keep, every time we talk about Errol Spence Jr., we talk about the fact that he can't get these other welterweights in the ring. It's getting tiresome. It's sounding like a broken record. I mean, I can't understand how these welterweights running around calling themselves champions when they got a dude in their own backyard yelling and screaming their names and they just refuse to answer. And they try to make it like, oh, well, this fighter's more important or this fighter's more profitable. So this is the reason, and everybody should be cool with that. Nah, man, we boxing fans. We don't care about none of that stuff, man. All we know is Errol Spence has a full head of steam. He getting the job done time in and time out. He beat my main man, Kell Brook. He beat DMV's own Lamont Peterson. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? He deserves his shot. And he's calling y'all name. I'm tired of making videos like this. Errol Spence Jr. is the truth. He is the absolute truth. And anybody believe that he is a lie, then go out there and test him. We tired of making these kinds of videos. I mean, I'm being honest. You know what I mean? So Everybody's just, and it's sad because Terrence Crawford just got the welterweight. And we know the heart of Terrence Crawford and how he wants to fight any and everybody. So it's only right that people put him with Spence. And that's only because the other welterweights are pussy. Man, I'm tired of making these kind of videos, man. But Errol Spence Jr., keep doing what you're doing. He's building that market up down there in Dallas, man. He's building his own little fan base, and he's getting this market cracking. You know, he got the assistance of the Dallas Cowboys. So this is all good, man. This is all good things. He's been showing loyalty to Al Heyman. I'm sure guys like Eddie Hearn and Oscar De La Hoya and whoever else has been trying to lure Errol Spence Jr. To their promotional outfits, and he's been faithful, man. So Errol Spence Jr., man, stand-up dude, humble guy. I love his approach to the fight game. I love the fact that he does not trash other fighters, even when fighters trash him. You know what I'm saying? And you got nothing but love. You gotta have nothing but love for Errol Spence Jr. But I do have my suspicions with that PED issue. But you know, like, I don't take that. Like, when I talk about that, I don't totally just like dump on Errol Spence. Like, yo, I'm a true believer that there's a lot of PED use in boxing. So it's not a singling out of Errol Spence Jr. It's just the usual main man, made man rundown, truth be told. And if this is the thing that I see that's suspicious, I'm going to point it out. And I'm going to continue to point it out until we get a much more solid answer from the Errol Spence Jr. camp. I don't care what no uploaders on here saying. I don't care what no commentator or whoever, oh, he can't be this. Y'all ain't in the gym. Y'all ain't in that man's house. Y'all don't know what he taking. Y'all just guessing because y'all fans. We're going by what happened. Actions, not words. You know what I mean? So regardless of who may say what, oh, he's just this, he's just that. Yo, I believe so, and I want to believe that. But I also know that what he did back in 2016. And once again, I will tell that story factually in a future video. Sometime this week. Real talk. So to the next video, Main Man Made Man. Don't forget to subscribe. Twitter, Made Man 511. Facebook, Main Man Made Man Boxing Forum. Google Plus, Main Man Made Man. If this was any fight, I'd raise that concern, man. You know what I mean? This dude is a dynamic fighter. Don't get me wrong, skill-wise, I love the grit and determination that he brings. But I will also say this. Though I have my slight suspicions, I will say that honestly, there's a very, very good chance that Errol Spence ain't did nothing wrong. There's a very good chance that he ain't doing nothing wrong. Because you look at his trainer, Derrick James, man. Derrick James is one hell of a trainer. And look at what he's doing with the Charlos and the other fighters that he's working with, man. Yo, Derrick James, trainer of the year. He deserves it. If Errol Spence Jr. continues to win like he's doing, as well as Charlo, he deserves it this year too, man. Real talk. Derrick James is doing something very special with those fighters. I'm hoping it ain't no special juice, you know what I mean? But he's doing something special. So I like Derrick James, and I'm willing to give him a lot of credit for what's going on. So we'll see, but I will tell that story, whether people like it or not. So to the next video. Peace out.